Hi everybody. Hi everybody. It's your friend Daniel Hutchins. We are back again. Yes, we are back again here on our other channel that we meant to come back to over here on our friend the Hutchins Hunt Productions HHP. I decided I wanted to take a break of the live show segment series I had on HHO, the Hutchins Hunt Original channel, and come back over here and catch you guys up on stuff on HHP. Because I realized the last time I actually did anything here on HHP was over 2 weeks ago. So now we are back again on our friend HHP. So, what are we going to be talking about? Well, I started up the new ideas book of the 2025 season and inside tip and advice in the future. Okay, so I'm going to skip over this part of the segment of the book. And I have some other stuff. Okay, so I have the ideas of 531.25. I have to check them. I have a couple maps here. Yes, I have a couple of maps I've been drawing here in the ideas book for the summer 2025 season. As you guys probably see, I have on this page a Sonic, a Valio, and a Buffalo Wild Wings, with the road being Bourne Boulevard West. And then on this one, in the green, I have a Subway, a Verizon, a Physical Therapy, and an Albertsons, with two roads branched off, 433rd Avenue, and then Nob Hill Road. Over here, I have another map over here on this page on here, where my finger was tapping. I get an Exxon, a Walmart neighborhood market, an Olive Garden, and a Jersey Mike's. And the roads branched off is Quentin Beck Boulevard and Alberta Roberts Jr. Boulevard. And then on this side of the segment of the book, I have the ideas of 6/3/25 through 6/12/25, as I have to check those as well. And then on the page right here where my hand is tapping, we have Arby's, an IHOP, a Verizon, a Papa John, and a Dollar General with two parallel roads, the Chesterfield Common Street and the Pink Lady Road. Again, and then also we have more ideas, and then right here where my hand is tapping, we have the Red Sunset Bar and Grill Restaurant of Summerville 2025, and the map as said none otherwise. Again, it has the bathrooms, the bar, the dine-in, the carry-out counter, the kitchen, and the lobby waiting entrance. Again, and then today, for my addition to this book, I've added the fact I've revisited the 1994 Fantastic Four intro song Revisit and the revisit of Hitler vs. Vader Part 2 from Epic Rap Battles of History. So, what are we going to be adding underneath this contributions in this book here? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I'm going to add the Fantastic Four 2025 collectibles via at AMC with friend. Okay. Question mark. To be determined. Because again, I don't know. Like I said, if you follow me on my Facebook over on Daniel Hutchins on my Facebook, I shared a photo that some person over on AMC Theaters has now announced again. The Fantastic Four 2025 collectible cups and buckets. And again, Those are only sold in AMC theaters for the Fantastic Four of 2025. And again, like I told you, the Fantastic Four movie is happening in the middle of next month. So make sure, if you haven't ordered your tickets to go see Fantastic Four, you go order your tickets to see Fantastic Four, wherever your theater may offer that. But also, make no mistake, next week I do have some content for you lined up next week. I will be doing my thoughts, my opinion, and my review in regard to Karate Kid Legends. I will be doing that next week. That is confirmed. I have confirmed that over here on Hutchins Hut. I will be doing my thoughts, my opinion, and my overall review of Karate Kid Legends. I'll be doing that next week as soon as I see the movie with my friend. And other upcoming things you might be noticing that I might be doing over on Hutchins Hut is I will also be doing some of the stuff, like I said, I've announced over many times, the stuff for June 2025, the Disney Plus, the shows, the projects, the series, and all that other stuff I had promised you. All those many times I've done those live segments over on HHO, the Hutchins Hut Original. So again, everything we make on Hutchins Hut Original is partnered with our friend here on HHP, Hutchins Hut Production, because we're connected. Okay? So make no mistake there. We're connected. Connected in every way, even in ways you don't imagine. Okay, now we're just whipping out another map right here. You're just whipping out another map right here on the Ideas book. We're going to be doing a KFC on this side of the map. We're going to be doing a Shell on this side of the map. And then on this side of the map, we're going to add a Denny's. Okay. Alright, and then these roads are going to be Oscar Goldmeyer Avenue. And then the other road is going to be called Stevens Street. Okay. So there we go. There's our map. Alright, so I like to kind of show my map sometimes here with a hand just tapping. Okay, so another map demonstration I've done in the Ideas book for you here on HHP. Alright, so in case you guys are wondering what other stuff am I going to be doing in this segment of the video, well, we got to remember, here on Hutchins Hut Productions, we got to try to keep our videos under 15 minutes. So, what are we going to be doing? Well, granted by the fact that it's going to be raining this evening, and granted by the fact that my sister is not home yet, and granted by the fact that Big Brother is still in a lot of meetings, we're going to go where no man ever goes before. The Dan Cave. We're going back to the Dan Cave. Alright. So, you're back at the Dan Cave. Pride flag, blankets, bed, table, and all. It's glory. Okay. So, what are we doing here up in my room? Well, that's a good question. Because, well, first what we're going to do is we're grabbing our computer. Okay, we're grabbing our computer with our New Mexico stickers. And also, we're gonna take these leggings off because I've been wearing them for 4 days. I've been wearing the same leggings for 4 days. And I think that's also a sign where it means I'm going to have to wash my laundry. That's what that means. I have to wash my laundry. Okay, so what are we going to do for the last couple of minutes of this video? Because we got to keep it under 15 minutes. Anything greater, and then again, the channel doesn't recognize it, so. Okay, time is simply going faster than my 2 eyes, so make no mistake. Okay, it's only not even 3 o'clock yet over here in the queue. It's not even 3 o'clock yet, and now we're hopping back on our laptop. We're watching a little bit of some BattleBots. We were watching a little bit of some BattleBots last night over on our friend HBO Max. And we are on the episode titled Slash and Burn. Alright. So, okay, well, granted that we don't have a lot of time, and we don't have enough time to read you guys an article here on our friend Comic Book Resource, I am going to go over and see what's going on my Facebook, okay? So for the last couple of minutes, we're just going to scroll on Facebook. And again, it is my friend Brianna Pascal's birthday today. And again, I completely had forgot the fact that it's Brianna Pascal's birthday. So, I don't know. My son got mad at me for grounding him, so he got even angrier, so I wouldn't stop laughing, and I talk in backwards proverbs. Okay. What's going on with my friend Brendan? I'm sure you could probably fly to Pennsylvania or something like that. Yeah. I could. But it's expensive. Okay, so I'm just replying back to my friend Brandon. I'm just replying back, yeah, I can, but it's expensive. Okay. What is going over on my profile here on my Daniel Hutchins profile? Well, I was listening to a little bit of some Down with the Sickness by Disturbed. You can call me old, but sometimes I watch Vine compilations. I discovered there was an all-female band of the Iron Maiden, hence the Iron Ladies. I found an art from the Albuquerque group, a couple of videos from the Reels, some things you might not know about Avengers. The perfect wedding does not exist unless you wear Stormtrooper helmets. More Star Wars stuff. Countries where they don't celebrate Christmas. If you try to attempt to drag your Disney-obsessed partner to a theme park to save money, they make a big deal out of it and complain and bitch about it and try to be a whiny-ass little fucking bitch for you at the end of time. The beautiful things about Avengers Endgame. The new popcorn bucket on Spaceship Mickey. I found a video of Stormtroopers racing go-karts. The Disney Plus ad for Captain America and the Brave New World. Also, I've revisited the Wary the Cable Guy act where he said, "What was a freak accident?" I shared a couple of pictures of some toys that reminded me of my father. Some LGBTQ droids for Pride Month and then tagged my sister. I changed my art on my profile with the Skeletor holding a pizza. And so, yeah, that's kind of all what I've done today. So, I'll see you guys next time.